If you guys are looking for cheap and reliable coins that are 100% guaranteed for all console coins, check out FIFACoinZone.com. I'll have a link in the description down below. Use Fangs for a 5% discount. And if you'd like a custom controller, check out PlusControllers.com. I'll have a link to it in the description down below. They have my version of a controller, or you can make your own. Use Fangs for a 5% discount. Hey guys, how's it going? It is Fangs, and welcome to another Q&A I'm going to be doing today. So today, I decided to use a different camera because you guys complain about how blurry my camera is all the time. So let me know in the comments down below and smash the thumbs up button if you like the quality of this camera better. The angle is kind of weird right now, and it might actually be weird. I don't know. I have to move it around and see how I can get it to work because it's an actual Canon camera instead of my webcam. But we're going to try it out for this Q&A. Now, I had you guys ask me some questions on Twitter, and I am going to answer as many of them as I can. I did a lot in this one. I'm actually going to do like 14 or 15, which I don't normally do. If your question did not make it, I apologize, but hopefully it'll make it in the next one. Let's get into these questions. Let's see how it goes. If you ever stopped doing YouTube/Twitch, what would you want to do? If I ever stopped Twitch or YouTube, I totally actually have no clue what I might do after that. I wouldn't actually stop Twitch or YouTube if I had the choice, but if the time came and say YouTube crumbled or something started happening and it wasn't a big thing anymore and I needed to do something else to make income, I haven't really thought that far ahead. I'm trying to get into other markets of things. I really would like to open a pet hotel, but that seems like it's more further down the road. I would also like to get in some type of acting, maybe whether it be like on commercials or in like small roles in movies and stuff like that. So I'm taking classes towards that. But besides that, I have a business degree and I also have some certifications that I did in IT. I'd probably have to retake those certifications, but I have some experience, so I might do that. But I just don't think I could ever work in a cubicle again. Not to mention, I don't think I could ever like be in traffic ever again. That is probably one of the worst things in the world. Thought about teaching and stuff like that, maybe doing some type of like social media teaching. I don't know, but there's something out there. I just don't think I have to worry about it just yet. What was one of the stupidest things you did when you were young? The stupidest thing, I've actually told a story on it. There's a whole video if you want to hear it. I'll probably have a link to the description down below. And the stupidest thing I did when I was a kid is I thought that I could do a front flip, sorry, not a front flip, a back flip off of my porch without a ramp on my BMX bike that I thought that I was really good at doing tricks with. And as the story goes, I ended up snapping my collarbone in half. So if you want to check that out, link in the description down below. But that's the dumbest thing I could possibly imagine that I did as a child. What makes you happy? I'd have to say what like the times that I can imagine I'm the most happy, for one, is when just everything's going all right and you don't have, there's some of those days where you just have days where nothing's going right and you just want to throw things. When you have the day where everything goes perfectly, that obviously makes you happy, but I also get really happy if I'm laying on a beach. I don't know what it is about the ocean and the waves and the beach. I don't even like really going inside the ocean because it's kind of scary because sharks are in there, but the actual waves and the beach just make me really happy. Hardest part about doing YouTube? I would say the hardest part about doing YouTube is you've got to be like very scheduled and a very motivated person because it's kind of like a self-employed job where you are on your own schedule. You don't have a boss telling you what to do, and it can get kind of demotivating at times whenever, say you're on the all-time high. Like I've had times where I'm on an all-time high and I'm doing really well, and then something happens, YouTube slows down, FIFA slows down, and then you kind of start to slump and you see those numbers and you're like, what is happening? And you think the whole world's crumbling, but really you're probably just like, you have times where you plateau and then you go and you plateau and you go, and there's all kinds of ups and downs with YouTubes, and it makes your emotions go crazy, which is wild. So if you're ever gonna be a YouTuber, you have to be prepared to, for one, stare at numbers all the time because you're like, oh my God, my numbers all the time. And then for two, be able to be like ready for an emotional roller coaster of like, I'm doing so good, I'm doing bad, I'm doing so good, I'm doing bad. So that's kind of the hardest part about YouTube. What made you start streaming? I actually started streaming just because I did a website called GameBattles.com and a couple of other competitive websites with Call of Duty. And I wanted people to be able to see me play my matches, like my doubles and my 4v4s and stuff like that. I wanted them to be able to see me play them live, as well as I wanted them to be able to see if people were cheating. Because in game battles, people cheated all the time and they would rage quit and leave and they'd say that they beat you when they didn't. It was this huge mess. So I started streaming it so that I'd be like, well, you can never say that because it's recorded on this streaming place. And then from there, I ended up getting into FIFA just randomly through somebody coming and finding me in a Call of Duty stream and telling me, hey, you should try out FIFA. And so I bought it, I played it, and that's how it all began. What do you think of FIFA 16? Better than the others? My thoughts on FIFA 16, and I know you guys will probably be wanting to hear this, and I'm not making this a rant video whatsoever, but I'm not a fan of FIFA 16, and I don't feel like a lot of people are. Some people in the comments are gonna be like, it's the best FIFA ever, but that's the people that were in FIFA 15 who hated FIFA 15. Now the people who love FIFA 15 probably hate FIFA 16. I don't mind that they took away all the pace and stuff like that, but they've made it incredibly hard to defend, for one, yourself. If you're a single person trying to defend, it's hard. Your defense always does this weird stuff where it breaks up, and then it seems like for me, on the other side, whenever I try to attack, I'm always making these flip-flop passes. I know I'm rushing things. You're gonna tell me all these things. I'm just shit. I'm rushing things, all these things. But not everyone that I've seen, okay, not everyone, probably like 70% of people would say the passing is just a little stupid. Like, it's a little too much. It's hard to shift. The button lag is crazy, especially on Xbox whenever you're trying to pass and do things, if you're trying to do a skill move. There's button lag. There's so many things that I find wrong with it that I just don't enjoy it just yet. Now I'm playing it, and I'm gonna try to enjoy it. I'm trying to get better at it because I realize that it's a completely different style of gameplay, but it makes me want to take this controller and either shove it up someone's ass or just totally throw it out the window. I don't know, but I get so frustrated with it. There's not a time that I've been on FIFA this year where I've been like, man, this is a great game. This is an amazing game. It's just not my style of FIFA. And I know that it's different and people are gonna be like, well, your style is you're just a sweaty bitch and blah, blah, blah. Well, whatever. That's my style. That's what I enjoy. I've liked the last 3 FIFAs. I don't enjoy this one so much so far, but we'll see how it goes. I'm sure I will like adapt to it and I'll end up getting better. The biggest other problem are the packs are just shit. The pack weight is bad. Like, if you had a bad gameplay for what I consider, and then you have packs that are also bad, it gets kind of boring. And I kind of see that in FIFA right now on YouTube. It doesn't seem like videos are getting as many views for like everybody. And streams even, like Castro and Nick have lower stream numbers and they're the biggest guys and they always have these huge stream numbers. It's because I don't think people are enjoying FIFA. And you let me know in the comments down below. If you love it, let me know that in the comments down below. If you like it, let me know that. If you hate it, let me know that as well. I don't hate it. I just don't enjoy it just yet. I'm sure I have to like warm up to it. I just don't enjoy it yet. Did you cry when you got married? I did not cry when I got married. I was happy. I was more so nervous. I think I was like shaking and it was a little hot, but it wasn't that hot, so I was like a little sweaty. I don't like with a bunch of people staring at me, so I was more so focused on saying what the pastor was saying to me and trying to get my lines out and putting the ring on and stuff like that, so I was not even able to cry. Not to mention, as we were coming down, I had to walk from these stairs and come all the way down. I wish I had a video of it, but I don't. But I had to walk coming all the way down, and the whole time I was trying to make sure I didn't trip, so I couldn't really focus on crying. I'm also not a big crier. Was it hard when you first started YouTube, and how did you get through it all? It wasn't really difficult when I first started YouTube for the fact that I didn't really care. Like, I was just making YouTube videos because I wanted to make YouTube videos, and I wasn't trying to get big, and I wasn't trying to have high numbers. If it happened, that was cool, but if it didn't, it wasn't my full-time job or anything like that. So I didn't mind that it wasn't hard for me at the beginning of YouTube, and then I somehow got lucky and Kick TV found me when I had 3,000 subs, and they gave me a little bit of a boost, which made it a little bit easier. Now, it was a long struggle to get where I am now on YouTube. It's taken about 2.5 years, but I wouldn't say it was just so hard that it made it difficult for me. It was just fun, and then it ended up becoming my job, which is also still fun, but you obviously want to grow and you need to make money. So it becomes a little bit of a struggle at this point, more so than it did at the beginning. Nike or Adidas? I'd have to say I'd prefer Nike over Adidas. Like, Adidas started to fall off for a while there, and Nike has so many like beautiful color shorts. I know Adidas kind of has that now, but Nike has so many different like shoes and everything that I get from them I enjoy, so I'd say I prefer Nike over Adidas. You do so many sick vlogs. Will there ever be a vlogging channel? This kind of is my vlogging channel. I'm glad that you enjoy my vlogs, by the way. This is my vlogging channel. So this channel is considered a FIFA content channel as well as daily vlogs and more. So it's more of my in real life and FIFA channel. It's a mixture. You can tell like 2 videos a week you probably see in real life videos, because that's what this channel is. I'm thinking about doing a second channel actually where I do other games like CSGO or just, I don't know, Cards Against Humanity, stuff like that. But I don't know if you guys want that. I stream and I make videos on my first channel, so I don't know if I'll have time. But if you guys want to see that, let me know in the comments down below. I'm thinking about doing a second channel. What is your favorite FIFA 15 memory? My favorite memory of FIFA 15 is everything in FIFA 15 because it was so much better than FIFA 16. But my most favorite memory is whenever I packed the Team of the Season Ronaldo because it was just amazing. Have you ever got suspended, and if so, why? So I didn't get completely suspended, but whenever I was a sophomore in high school, I parked in a senior parking space, which is so against the rules. And I don't even know if I remember why or if I knew that it was a senior parking space, but I ended up getting 3 days in school suspension, which is ridiculous because I don't know about in you guys' schools, but in mine, it is a waste of space. They literally take a student in there, they make them sit in a room all day long except for lunchtime where they have to walk in a single file line as prisoners through the lunchroom, which I didn't even use as a student. I went off campus to eat, but they made you do that, and then they didn't even give you your schoolwork. So how do they expect you to get better and get ahead in school when they didn't even give you your schoolwork to do? It was ridiculous. Anyway, so I got suspended for that, in-school suspended. Didn't get kicked out of school. I was still in school, but I was in like this boot camp. And on this day that it happened for me, it was my very first day. I had been in there the whole day. There was about 2 hours left. And my principal decided to come into the office or into the room to talk to one of the teachers about something. I don't even know what was going on. And one of the boys in my room decided to throw an acorn at his head. And when he threw the acorn at his head, my principal got mad. I went outside anyway. They pulled me, the guy pulled me outside. I don't know why he did this, but he pulled me out. And he was like, now I know what you're in here for. And if you could just tell me who threw the acorn at my head, I will let you go free. You won't have to do the rest of in-school suspension. So I was like, yes, jackpot. I was a total snitch. I told him who did it. That kid ended up getting like dragged out of there. And at this point, I just happened to be the only white person in there. There was like a lot of different ethnicities and I was the only white person in there. And so everyone had already been like staring at me all day anyway, because I was like the odd man out. You know when you go to a place, the odd man out. But I remember like briefly walking out and the girl at the end, I guess because I was a snitch, the girl at the end was like, exact words, "We gonna kill you, white girl." And as I walked out, I was like, no, you're not, because you're never gonna see me, because all those people that were in there, they're people that are in there continuously because they're doing stuff. I don't know what they do. They just don't do their work, or they skip class or whatever. I don't know what they were in there for, but I just remember saying, no, you're not, because you'll never see me again. And I walked out, and I was such a snitch, and I feel terrible to this day. If I saw that boy, I would actually probably apologize to him, but I had to do it, okay? I couldn't be in there. I needed to do my schoolwork. All right, guys, so that is going to be it for this question and answer. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If I didn't get to your question, I'm so sorry, but I tried to. That's gonna be it for this one, though. If you did enjoy it, please smash that thumbs up button. Let's say get this to 5,000 likes, and until next time, see you guys later.